Welcome to Rolls of Redemption, where we redeem your Monday one roll at a time. Grab your snack, grab your drink of choice, and let's get rolling. Hello, friends.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
We
Hello,
are,
Eliza.
yes,
Yeah.
Yep.
through multiple walls and closed doors.
Be right back.
Oh well.
Yeah.
The
So
last time on
we,
stream, the Dark
yeah,
Urge was running around Faerun. Wait a minute.
We did have a Baldur's Gate stream the last time because people were busy. And then we decided, you know what? Instead of forcing a stream to happen and people running in from where they had been all frazzle dazzled, we weren't going to do that. There's no need to frazzle dazzle. We're just going to give ourselves some time. But that does mean we are rolling tonight.
it's true. And we are rolling with a brand new operating system. That's not the right word. Brand new
Yes.
video
processing
compilation.
Because,
That-
A
you know,
modified tech stack.
Escape is going to the grave. So we had to switch. And so if there are any technical issues and you are watching, you can't hear us, see us, etc., please tell us because we don't know.
Microsoft is dragging Skype out behind the woodshed and giving it the old shotgun, so.
Yeah.
And we're not paying for Teams.
No.
No.
No, we don't pay for anything except source books and dice. Source books and dice. What else do you need?
But if you do want to fund that, there is a Ko-Fi link at the bottom of the screen. So there's that.
But
But anyway,
let
we
Rob buy more monsters to torture us with.
this is true.
I have it on good authority that if you join the Ko-fi, you can help Rob decide which monsters to torture us with. So
Also true.
if you are responsible for the crab, whale, dragon, crustacean thing monstrosity that we're going to run into tonight, that's how I feel about you.
Yes. On that note, you should probably have a recap because that doesn't make any sense for anyone not following along in the RP. And the recap is quite extensive since we
Alrighty.
didn't meet last week.
Yeah, it's not crazy, but yeah. So last time on stream, we made it to the fort down here. We're looking to get across the river, but needing a long rest, figuratively, literally. We decided to roll into the priestess of Saluna. I will butcher her name, so Kidjia? I don't know. I'm sorry. Priestess of Saluna. That's the important part. Had a good conversation. She told us that we were all part of some prophecy that she had been waiting her entire life to see fulfilled, and then we all went to bed and she died. She right in the middle of the night. No funny business as far as our party could tell. She was just really old. So that was the thing that happened. The group split up. Never split the party. We split the party, and Ada and Diana started prepping some funeral arrangements for her. Apparently, there's going to be a pyre. It's going to be a big thing. And the rest of us went down to figure out, to let the harbor master know, because she gave us a note to give to the harbor master to let the harbor master know what happened, and get a ship across. And they said, well, you can come and risk your life fighting the thing with us, and then I guess maybe we'll let you across. And we said, yeah, that sounds like fun. That's a really good idea for us level 3, us weakling characters who just don't know any better. So we are planning to go fight a beastie. There is also some interpersonal drama between Ray and Hal and Ada, and some things were revealed to some characters, but not all characters. And Ada's definitely eventually going to tell us everything that's going on, and Hal's definitely going to eventually tell us everything that's going on. And eventually, whenever we're apparently not in life-threatening danger.
Apparently, Nathan is
I'm glitching. Uh-oh.
I was watching the stream while you were talking, and I didn't see any glitching.
Is he glitching, like, in terms of, like, on the stream, or do you think he's just talking so fast that he's glitching out as a person? You know you're muted, Rob, right?
She means her husband, Nate.
That's what I've been
okay.
saying.
Guys, you
Yeah.
can't do this to us, man. I love you, but I don't know you well enough to know when you're talking about me Nate versus Noxilio Nate. I'm
The
sorry.
curse of too many
Unfair
names.
for everyone because nobody's using their actual names on anywhere. So,
Yeah, I still have to think really hard to remember that Lydia is also Sarah, is also Petra, is also Sadie. But the rest of you, I got no hope for, because all of my mental energy is devoted to keeping those 4 names straight.
Nice.
well, there you go. See how easy it is to derail a stream just like that. And off we go. And also, in that recap, there was a moment of flirt between Diana and Hal, where there was almost a kiss, but not.
Snatched it away.
Wasn't gonna give it to you yet.
A moment. A fleeting moment, if you will.
Gotta be quicker than that.
There was a lot of very important stuff that happened in the roleplay this past 2 weeks.
If you're not in the
Yes.
Discord, you should be.
There's a lot of
Someone
reading.
wants to give a more thorough recap than that of what you think the viewers should know. Like, I've got a decent handle, but
I will give that Hal opened up and shared some dangerous secrets with Ada and no one else as a way to restore the relationship and bring trust. Followed by Ray also opening up, sharing some equally dangerous but different dangerous secrets to only Diana. No, to only Ada.
Only
Yeah,
Ada.
everything's freaking secrets right now.
Everyone's-
And Diana knows jack shit.
Ada is the
Diana.
CIA right now.
Yeah.
It's very funny because Ada hates talking about feelings and has had 2 feelings conversations
Big
with
things.
and is just like no. Okay.
But it's important.
Cool. Oh yeah, it's important, 100%. But she's just like,
Ding.
oh.
Diana slept through most of them.
Yep.
But they also had a conversation about how their lives are rather similar, except he chose to step away from the responsibilities that have been thrown on top of him, and she is doing the opposite and walking into them begrudgingly. But she's doing it.
She's doing it.
So they have similar paths, but went in different directions with it. And then, Al and her had the conversation about how she should be happy, and she's like, yeah, but nobody can try that, so I'm gonna go now. Trauma.
You
Bye.
can't make me.
You can't make me happy. You just can't.
Is that a challenge?
in other news,
yeah.
I've been rolling my dice to figure out which ones are rolling hot, and I had 2 of them that came to nat 20s within 3 or 4 rolls. Pretty happy. And the other one, I've given it 25 rolls, and the last one was nat 1. I still have not gotten to the nat 20 on it. So,
And we have a tier 1 subscription. Yay!
thanks, Nate.
From Nate 1.
From Nate.
Nate 1 has been promoted to the main Nate.
Promoted.
Because, subscribers get first dibs.
Oh,
Not
so we've got
strangers?
main Nate,
Name.
our roleplay Nate, and then our other friend Nathan is good hair Nate. Because he's just got these blonde, luscious locks. So
Hey,
A lot of-
we have John
a
Lennon
lot of
sitting
work.
right here.
it's right there.
John Lennon Nate.
Oh, John Nate.
John Nate.
John Nate.
Nate
Wow.
Lennon.
Damn it.
Ooh.
Nate Lenin.
We're gonna workshop this. We are
Netting.
now
We'll get back to you.
5 minutes behind my stream proposal.
Okay, we're back. Go.
All right. So we are going to pick it up at the shrine where our party has reconvened, all gathered back together. The pyre has been set up. These nice smelling herbs and spices and whatever else Diana concocted is flowing and aromatizing the area air.
Just making shit up.
and I'm totally here for it all. I believed everything you said. It's your culture, so it's your character's culture. So build it as you see fit. When a voice behind you greeted you and kind of asked you a little bit of odd kind of question of, well, I guess she's passed.
Which was a relief because, Ada thought that everyone was going to think we killed her. And so apparently everyone knew she was on death's door, so it's okay. We're fine.
Oh, thank God. Yes, she's dead. We didn't do it.
We didn't do it.
I wouldn't
Okay, the
think so.
oh thank God probably did not help her case. Just
All right. Well, I did answer in the chat. So Diana said, "Oh, so that was common knowledge around here. That's good. I mean, not good that she passed, but yes, her prophecy was fulfilled. Her body failed at some point in the night, and as a fellow priestess of Saluna, I have prepared for her proper burial. I don't believe I have time to linger. If you know someone who could oversee the funeral pyre and send notice to the rest of the town to pay their respects."
From behind the young captain, you see a very, very, very old guard kind of walk forward. The man has hundreds of scars and scratches. He's seen battles for probably the better part of 60 to 70 years. And you see his face kind of scrunching up as if his beard is holding back whatever he seems to be feeling. I from the rights. And you see him take his axe out of his belt and kind of throw it off to the side as he steps over and kind of falls to one knee next to the pyre, and the rest of the guards just kind of give him a little bit of space. The captain returns back to you and goes, I'm glad she passed peacefully. She's been one of the town elders for as long as everyone can tell me. Would you like more introductions, or are you all on your way?
Sure. Hi. We're
Hi.
from Fjaltender.
I'm the priestess Diana.
Diana and Ada Ulrichsen from Fjaltender. Excellent.
Yes.
I'm saying very excited about the fact that they're doing introductions because he likes meeting new people.
Oh,
I'm Halcyon. I'm from the Sunlands, so a little bit far away, but happy to be here. Well,
Welcome, Halcyon.
given the circumstances.
Yes, given the circumstances of death at night and death in the day, we would presume.
Well, I hope that we can help with the death during the day.
Wait, I'm
well,
sorry. Wait,
hold on.
Wait,
I hope we can help extinguish the death during the day.
What?
What just happened?
Oh, I
The
think that's about the
monster?
monster that we're gonna hunt.
That Hal was mentioning?
Oh, right.
hi, I'm Phineas. We're going to help kill the monster, probably.
He will probably
I-
not help, but I will help, and I will keep him safe because I don't think. Have you ever killed anything?
The
I have
spider. I killed the
you,
spider.
not me.
You killed a spider. Good.
It
Excellent.
was a big spider.
I trust you to keep me safe, wizard. from all manner of arachnids.
And I didn't kill, but I kept the berserkers from attacking us. So you're
Hal's
welcome.
gonna jump in. There was one time I saw a spider. It was like literally this big. Huge, biggest spider I've ever seen. They can be scary.
I mean, you could also step on it.
This spider was significantly larger. Think horse.
Anyway, I think we're losing the plot here. So yes, we're respectfully sorry that your priestess has passed. We are going to go help out. Is there anything you need from us before we depart for the harbor?
No, I will record your names in the record at the fort, and I guess
What is your
pray
name?
for you. Oh, I'm so sorry. I assumed you knew. I
We just
am
arrived here,
stronger
so-
here. I am the captain of the fort.
Oh.
Lady.
You're. Hold on. One moment. Is this the person who needs the letter? Okay. I have one second. Rifling through. This one is for you from the priestess. Before she passed, she wrote letters. So I guess this one is yours.
For me.
If this is your name.
And you see him kind of look at the old man by the pyre. Oh, okay. And he sees his name, cracks a seal, and starts reading, mumbling to himself. So, she knew she was going to pass. And
Yeah.
to aid you
very,
all.
very productive.
And you see him pull out a small slip of paper that was kind of rolled up inside, and he turns it over, realizes it has another name on it, and tucks it all away. You have my leave to leave.
Okay. Well, I
Thank you.
hope
May her
whatever she put in
funeral
there.
rites. Sorry, what?
I was saying to him, I hope whatever she put in there was comforting or helpful.
Most of our lives, well, not my life, but most of the lives here have been touched by priestess, so I'm sure tonight will be, no, tomorrow night will be this quite a celebration for her.
I hope that it brings you peace.
Thank you.
All right. Well, maybe God just
Are
bless
we
you and
all-
protect you.
The captain goes over and kneels down next to the old man and pulls that slip of paper out and just kind of puts a hand on his back and passes it over.
Well, looks like everyone seems to know her. Shall we go now? Then? I don't think there's anything else we need to do. Yes, team?
Whatever you're ready to do, I'm ready to do.
Okay.
You're in charge here.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going then.
All right.
I haven't been to the harbor though, so somebody else can walk there.
Oh, right,
Everyone
sorry.
but Diana has been to
Forgot
the
about
harbor.
that. Follow me.
Yeah, you went when you stormed off.
All right.
Hal leads
Let me
the
get
way
perception
back
checks.
Back to the harbor master.
What did you
And,
want?
Perception checks if you feel like doing so.
If it involves anything beyond looking for the harbor master specifically,
It
I
does
got a
not.
19.
Hang on.
I
I
am.
am.
Has nothing to do with the harbor master. So
Perception
All
checks.
right, well, I got a 19, but I'm specifically looking for the harbor master.
Wow, that went flying. I completely missed my tray. It's a 19 also.
Nice. Did Diana get a
23 on my part.
Wow.
Yeah. I've
go,
been here
Dane.
before.
I'm just looking out to make sure that the guy that I snubbed the other night isn't here.
Yeah. Phineas and Ray, were you guys rolling?
Then
So not really. Diana, as you kind of are in the middle of the pack, you just look back and you see the old man take off a necklace, and at the bottom of the necklace is a ring. And he takes the necklace and puts it up onto the pyre as you walk out of sight.
I'm assuming they were the ones who were gonna be betrothed. No!
It's only been 60 years.
60 years.
Feel
If
sadness
you were 60
in my
years
heart.
younger, then they could have gotten married.
Not even 60 yet.
Nope.
Well, that's sad, and Diana will feel sad about it quietly to herself.
Hal and Ada, on the other hand, are very delighted as they spy first the harbor master. She is now prominently standing on the prow of the largest ship that is not a cargo ship. It's definitely seaworthy. It's got no real cargo or crates on it. Does have a little bit of stuff going on, and she's got 4 sailors out there with her, and then there's a bunch of smaller skiffs, a couple of rowboats, some classic Viking longboats in the harbor. Ray, you do see a pair of Edrin ships here in the harbor. Not necessarily warships or anything spectacular, but Edrin style ships. Just because at the bottom of this lake is the main harbor for Idra. So you are. I can't hear you.
I'm going to notice that. Scan around for anybody who looks Edrin.
What was your perception check again?
13.
13. There's some people with Edrin. There's definitely some shifter folk here.
Okay. I'm going to reach into my bag and pull out the perfume that Diana gave me and apply it.
All right. This is your last use of that. You will need to create
Oh,
new
no.
or restock.
Is there
Like
like
cupcakes.
if this is a,
But now you smell like cupcakes.
harbor? If this is a harbor at all, is there like a dead fish somewhere that I can just throw towards Ray? Like not
You
aggressively.
want to slap her with fish?
No, I don't.
You want to paint her with fish.
No, I just here. It's a custom of my people to hold fish. Because I'm trying to help mask smells, like
Diana's gonna be like, no, it's not.
I'm helping. I'm not gonna tell the rest of the people that, I know shit about Ray, but I'm trying to help.
Diana's
Fair.
That is not one of our
It's a
customs.
good help. It's a good intentioned help.
It's definitely one of our customs.
Why, thank you. And she sort of gives Ada like a knowing, like, you got my back, appreciate it.
So weird.
So weird.
All right. Anything else you're going to do before trying to board the ship? You have a whole harbor in front of you, but it's 8:30.
I would like to look for other smelly things.
Hal is going directly to the harbor master and is going to say, "We're back, and if you'll have us, all of our friends are willing to risk their lives to help you fight the monster so that we can get across the lake."
just can I talk to the harbor master for a moment?
I have many questions.
Sure.
So yes, we'd be more than willing to help fight a sea monster. However,
Good.
is there? How likely is it that we will fall overboard at any point?
Probably. That is how the monster hunts. It makes the boat explode, and then picks off the people one by one. We have lost 15 people from the greater area in the past 3 weeks.
Great. I'm going to look at Diana. What?
Well, maybe walking might not be so bad.
It does sound a little dangerous.
I
But they
can't
seem to need help.
swim. I don't care how much help they need. I don't know how to swim.
We will not let you drown.
Fine.
Do you think they would be opposed to having a giant wolf on a boat? The wolf can swim.
How opposed would you be? It's not a small wolf. It's very large, about the size.
That's very good at hunting.
Very good at hunting.
Would be useful in smelling the creature.
Bites hard.
She kind of takes a moment to think, looks at her crew. I do not have a worry about this. Let me check with Olga. And one of the very interesting defining features of this very Viking woman is that she has shifter eyes. Her eyes are very clearly vertical slits, like rays.
Does she?
Is she Edrin?
Can I pick up on they smell? Does she smell lizardy?
She smells like a Viking lizard, yes.
A Viking lizard.
Oh,
Hmm.
the blended culture. there.
Interesting.
That reminds me that I
Interesting.
did have a dream about a gecko last night that was stuck at the troll market.
Is it the Geico Gecko? Because you have been making eyes at that dude every time he comes on the screen
I hate
in the ads.
commercial where he makes eye contact. It freaks me out every time. No, it was just I just had a dream that there was
We
a
just had a
gecko
moment.
and it was stuck in.
Is that what the commercial says?
Oh,
Yeah.
Anyway,
Ew.
okay, so she.
Tina, if you don't mind me asking, how do you, as a wolf, plan on attacking a sea monster?
better than I would be attacking it as a person.
Yeah,
As a person,
okay.
I would be drowning and sinking to the bottom of the depths. As a
You've
wolf,
heard of like ranged weapons like spears and bows and stuff?
well, I don't think that would actually.
You have
do me
those in the
any
north?
good. It's
We do. I carry them, but usually,
Okay.
not our
You know what?
specialty.
Never mind. I'm sure you
Phineas.
have it all worked out.
Phineas. I'm gonna pull Phineas over to the side. I don't think she likes water.
I'm a little worried about falling overboard myself, and I don't have any magic that can solve that. So, this is kind of a problem. I'm tempted
Well,
to tie
great.
myself to the mast.
then
Right.
if you
We'll
if
get
you
there when we
fall
get there.
over,
Tying yourself
I'm
to
a
the
wolf,
mast
I
is a
can
terrible idea.
Ooh, I heard a story that tying yourself to the mast when there are sirens nearby can be very effective.
Yes, but not
Are
when
there
you
sirens
expect
in yours?
the boat to capsize.
Oh, I guess, yeah, in
So-
the stories, the sirens don't capsize the boats.
No. Do I have any
I
sense
won't
of
tie
what
myself to the
kind
mast.
of lizard shifter she might be?
Not particularly.
Okay. And she hasn't mentioned anything about me or to me or in our native language?
Nope.
Interesting. Well, let's hope she doesn't rat us out.
Her accent is very clearly from Fjorar.
Okay.
I don't think she cares
I-
to rat us out that much. She seems very
I
busy.
have questions for her when she returns.
Olga says she will be fine.
Cool.
Excellent. That would help.
You had mentioned previously a reward for the death of the sea
Yes.
monster.
Um,
Who?
all the towns have contributed to the fund, 100
Ah.
gold from each town, to whatever boat or crew um, brings the beast to rest.
Okay, that is helpful. I was worried that it was, a foreign monarch or some such that was using a sea monster to affect you.
Not that I am aware. Sometimes sharks make their way in. We scare them off, or we kill them and eat them. But this one is more cunning and a little bit bigger, a little more armor than a shark. But if we are the lucky boat that the monster chooses to attack and we kill it, whoever survives will have the reward.
Let us hope that this day brings only one death.
Agreed. Why? Yeah. That you may take your posts. We have maybe another half an hour until the fleet will be launching. Um, we're all trying to have one general sweep of the lake as we go about this.
That is not what you intended, Peter.
Trying to do too many things.
Is there anything of interest or note around the harbor while we're waiting? I would like some perfumes.
Yeah, so if you're looking for already made perfumes, you probably have to go inside a shop.
I probably don't
but there
have the
are
money
like
for that.
little, I want to say like booths, kind of bodegas along the docks. Some of them are actually facing the water, where a boat could pull up and you could purchase and do your deals without ever leaving your own boat, if you
Nice.
so choose. They call that the a row through. So
Nice.
I try.
Would I happen to know what scents would most mask a lizard scent?
You would.
Would Robert happen to know?
I would not.
Whatever
So,
that is, I'm going to go look for it.
we're gonna say I don't know.
Do I find
What's
it?
your
Do I need
what's
to
your
roll a
favorite
die?
what's your favorite flower smell
Oh, I hate
Or-
flower smells.
or tree smell?
Nope, don't like those either.
Do you want to smell like a Christmas tree?
Caramel.
Not really.
I mean, fish is a viable option here.
Lavender
we're gonna
or
go
mint,
fish.
apparently.
I could go
Any
with
tips
mint.
on making a reptile room smell better? Natural smells, smelling plants like lavender or mint or citrus.
I'll go mint.
Is what
Mint.
Reddit says.
Mint
Excellent.
and citrus sounds nice.
All right.
Peppermint.
You're able to find a couple of vials of these types of things. It's mint sprigs, just kind of hanging from this booth, and then they have both oranges, big ones, small ones, and then a kind of like a little concoction of. It's almost clear, but you can see that there's a little bit of citrus pulp in it.
I will purchase some of those.
Hi. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm so good. What are you shopping for today?
I was interested in your mint and citrus, perchance.
Oh, those go really well together.
That's what I thought. What would be the cost for whatever an acceptable portion is?
Well, I mean, how much are you trying to make? You want to just kind of spice up your food, or are you trying to brew a potion?
Probably closer to brew a potion. I was actually looking to make a perfume.
Oh, then you're gonna need quite a few. Let's see. I have full perfumes if that's what you want, but it doesn't
Hmm.
sound like that's your jam. Um, pun intended, because I sell jams over
Oh,
there.
delightful.
It's all one pot. It's fine. Um, so let's see. Um, just regular perfumes, about. Mm, sorry. Let me check my books. Hold on. A big vial of perfume is 5 gold, ready to go, ready to make you smell beautiful for hours.
Okay.
If you want the components and you're willing to put in the work, um, about half of that. So
Okay.
a
Um,
gold of this, a gold of that.
okay. Is it relatively easy to make it yourself?
For me, oh yeah, it's super easy for me. I've been doing
Hmm.
this for 5 years.
Oh, wow. Well, someday I would love a pointer from you. I
I don't
am
sell. Oh,
unfortunately
that's a.
I am unfortunately not in a place to be able to afford a full vial.
I can get it for you. I
Hold on.
Oh, you have friends.
I thought you had no money because everything was stolen.
I didn't before, and I do now.
Oh, right.
I have come into some
Sorry, that was
prestigious
supposed to
funds.
be out of character, and I was very confused.
A religious
Um,
inheritance,
a
if you will.
little inheritance now.
That
From good
sounds
times.
great. That sounds great.
All right. Well, I'll give you 5 gold, and that way we don't have to worry about cooking up perfumes.
We will eventually, but that can be a later problem now.
Yeah.
So you're looking
Thank you.
specifically for a mint and orange perfume concoction?
Yes, a mint and citrus.
Okay. And you see this guy just, and he goes over to the mortar and pestle and looks over his shoulder and hides it a little bit.
Oh, can I
course
be
it-
watching this?
But you can absolutely be watching this. He's not actually doing anything shady or like crazy. He's just trying to be fancy.
Oh no, I wanna see what he's doing so I can recreate it.
Yeah. So he has crushed orange peels and some mint leaves in the mortar. And then he starts splashing a couple of different vials in there. None of these vials are labeled, so it's hard to know
Okay.
exactly what he's mixing. And then once he kind of puts them all in, you see he puts it over this little furnace where it starts to boil, and the aroma really does like fill the area. But right as it's about to boil, you see the first couple of bubbles. He takes it off and immediately chills it, and then dumps it into its own container and puts a cork in it. There you go.
Delightful.
What is
Thank
your-
you so much.
What is your name?
They just call me Frogger.
Okay. Great. I'm sure there's a story with that.
Watch
Oh,
out
there's
for
lots of
cars.
stories with that. Most of them about my tongue.
Well, have a nice day.
Interesting.
Come again soon.
Bye, Frogger.
Bye.
Well, do we
That
need
was
anything else?
Do y'all need anything else?
Roll.
I feel like we have most of what we need. Did we need to purchase provisions here?
I realized I don't have a rope. I should probably have a rope.
Rope?
Yeah, so that I could tie. I need a rope
What you doing with it?
because when at
What you
at
doing,
home
Ara?
when we would fish in the oasis, sometimes we do spear fishing, but spear fishing only works if you have a rope to get your spear back. So I should have a rope.
Smart.
Okay.
There were ropes on the boat, many ropes. Not that they're yours to keep, but there are ropes.
Borrow.
Kind of
I
a
can
staple.
probably
but,
use one
yeah.
of the boat ropes.
Ropes.
We
That
will
would be
just
better
have to
because then the ropes
ensure.
can be anchored to the boat. I think. I've
Yes.
never actually done that.
No, it depends on where the rope is on the boat. It would be good to make sure we ask which ropes we can use first.
I'll be sure to ask.
Right then. I think in terms of provisions, let's make sure we survive, and then we can buy food and things.
Sounds good.
All right. As noon is quickly arriving, the five of you make your way back to the boat with the harbor master. You see she's done a couple of more stocking uppings. There's now about 10 harpoons. They're basically the same as javelins. They'll function like javelins, but they do have some barbs on them for the throwing, the catching, and the pulling, should you want to do that. And she's added a couple shields, and you see that all 4 of the sailors now have a shield slung on their back as well. We ready?
I think so.
Let's do this thing.
As ready as I'm going to be.
I see you found Frogger.
Yes.
It's a good smell. It's a good smell. Better than the fish.
It's not designed to be good necessarily, but it will serve
Well,
its purpose.
I'm glad. Good for you. All right. And she pulls the rope and just kind of kicks off the boat, and it's pretty amazing. You're seeing as like 3. Usually takes 2 to 3 of these Vikings to get their boats off of the piers and docks. And for her, it's just whether it's practice, whether it's ease, or it's sheer power. She just releases your boat from, where it's stuck, and the sailors begin rowing. Again, this is a pretty large boat, so the rowing really does seem to just be to get away from the docks, as much more than anything else. And in a minute or so, they start opening the sails.
I have shifted Ada before we came back, so it wasn't in front of a crowd. Oh, Ada. And then Giant Wolf will walk onto the boat.
All right. The wolf has arrived.
I have summoned it. There she is.
There she is. The wolf is here.
The wolf is here.
You
And
just missed
you're...
us purchasing perfume. That's it.
All right. The sails unfurl. I mean, it's just one main sail. It's a Viking boat, and you feel it slow to move, and then all of a sudden, a wind just kind of pours down from the mounting fort. You watch it kind of roll through the trees as they rustle and bristle, and then it catches the sail, and very quickly you are out in front of the rest of the fleet of boats. You start looking around, and there's a good 15 to 20 boats leaving the harbor right now with you. And this is a quick little snapshot of your boat. I'm going to ask you all to let me know where you'd like to be as we move forward.
Should I switch over to the game map at this point?
Yes, that would be a good idea.
Okay. It's a map.
put
I'm
the
in
Mira up at the
wolf
helm?
form. Yes.
Yes, I need to put the wolf on the map.
Fantastic.
I
Then
shifted you beforehand.
perfect. I'm going to just sit behind whoever is at the helm because nothing makes you want to do your job better than having a giant wolf sitting behind you.
Breathing,
watching your-
literally breathing down your with her hot breath.
Yes. Dog breath.
Yeah.
I will be
Ada
at
wolf.
the bow.
All right, putting Ray up at the bow with the Mira.
Hal's gonna go wherever Diana goes because he has no idea what to expect from a boat trip and figures she does.
Sure, that's the reason.
But also he likes her. So
Smooth.
It's very smooth.
he likes to talk to her, okay? As a friend. She's engaged. God.
Yeah, as a really good friend.
All right, Diana, where would you like to bring Hal?
I feel like staying towards the center of the boat is the smart place to be. So I kind of like
All
where
right.
I am.
Nice. Phineas.
Phineas is going to stay as close to the middle of the boat as possible.
Those these two magic wielders there, like we are staying in the middle.
All right.
And if I may, I would like to have. No, I didn't. I probably didn't have enough time. Do I have an hour? Do I have an hour to do find familiar before the boat leaves? Or would I have?
I mean, yeah, you
would
went
I have
up
had
and
that
down the
time?
mountain. Yeah.
Okay. Sadie is a dolphin swimming laps around the boat right now. This is probably a bad idea long term, but
I'm obsessed.
eyes on the water.
All right, I'm gonna.
Gonna get eaten.
Yeah,
It says
but
challenge rating 1/8. So, and it's got 60 feet of blind sight.
I'm gonna give you a kipper because
Damn.
that's as close as you can get with a familiar. So you're not supposed to have more
Okay.
than one hit point.
Ah, I see.
But I will.
Well, I was doing my
Totally,
best to fulfill
we'll
the
call it-
rules, but I guess I'm a little rusty on find familiar
a-
rules apparently.
Oh no, unless the new one is way more powerful. But
It's from Morden Kanan presents Monsters of the Multiverse. So I'm not sure if that's 2024 canon or not at this point. Probably not.
there's also a dolphin delighter.
My other option will be a Constrictor Snake, which is in the
According
2024
to the
Monster Manual.
2024 rules, you could be an octopus.
Octopus is also viable.
It's got 30 feet of dark vision, not blind sight, but
Let's go Octopus. We'll go rules as written. That's fine.
Nice.
it apparently needs to be a challenge rating of 0.
Oh, is that challenge rating of 0? Okay, I misunderstood that. That's my bad. I
But
must
good
have
news,
been
the octopus
thinking
is
the
a small
druid
thing.
I was planning for another campaign is challenge rating 1/4 at level 2. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
That's
Yes,
yeah,
that'll do it.
that'll do it.
All right, Sadie Puss, it is. All right. It's about 20 minutes of fairly quiet sailing. I'm gonna need everyone to make me perception checks.
Oh, I forgot. I had to put away the Ada human variant D20 and get the wolf D20.
Hal got a nat
Nice.
1 because he is
Oh, goody.
in shock and awe of being on a boat right now, I guess.
So did Ada.
Nat,
Oh no.
nat 20. Thank you very much.
I got a 9.
On 18.
So
All right.
23 for those
So-
mathing at home.
The two of you who have
Nobody.
no interest in being on a boat or swimming,
Ah,
both are barely
Incredibly
holding it together.
seasick.
Neither of you have tossed your cookies
It's not
yet,
pretty.
but that is a green wolf. Yeah, there's no way around it. Hal, you basically found that
happened the
as long
last
as
time,
you
too.
stare directly at Diana, you don't feel like throwing up.
That's good. That's
Right? Just
That's
all
not how that
focused.
works, but okay.
Yeah.
You have to
She's
stare
sure-
at the shore. You have to
She's
find a
bored
fixed
and the
spot
horizon's like right
on the
there, so
shore.
she's like about horizon lane.
Diana is the
there's
moon
a
on the
problem.
horizon in his mind.
Exactly. Let's see. Diana and Ray, both of you start picking out the movement of other boats. So you realize that they are kind of all almost meeting in the middle. So they're it's like this net kind of closing in. Phineas, you, my friend, spy a shadow in the water. It's about 100 feet away from you. It is much larger than Ada, and it seems to be aiming towards a boat to your stern.
Call me Ishmael. Hey, there it is. There it is. It's right over there. And Sadie also rolled a dirty 20.
Nice.
If that helps anything at all.
It's a little far for her to see,
Fair enough.
but
It's over there. It's over there.
over
The
to
dark
where?
shadow, big dark shadow. There! Next to that boat.
Turn! And you see Amira run to the wheel and just kind of give it a full turn as the sailor was really kind of hesitating, possibly because she was worried that the wolf was going to throw up on her. And the boat starts turning, and at that point, both Diana and Ray, you're able to kind of see what it is that Phineas is pointing to, and it's probably in the next 30 seconds going to level the boat. It's about 120 feet, 130 feet away from you.
Our boat or the other?
Another boat. So while you contemplate what you might want to do, I think now's a good time for bio break.
We are going on bio break. We will be back in 5 minutes. There will be a timer so you know how long we are gone. Tunes by Arcane Anthem to keep you company. Probably a commercial to keep away the pre-roll ads. And we'll see you soon.
Woo.
And we're
I
back
know.
as promised.
We've returned.
Thank you for
Swimming.
waiting for us.
I do like seeing Hal is being picked on in the chat a little bit for showing off his abs all the time in his artwork.
He's
You
just
know?
how his clothes are, okay?
He's immodest.
I'm sorry, are you blaming him for what he's wearing?
Yeah. Your culture sexy has stopped working.
I'm a big fan of his abs. I really enjoyed them.
Look, there's not. You haven't been in a lot of civilization. You got to wash those clothes somewhere. So
He's got a portable washing board everywhere he goes.
everywhere he goes.
I mean, there was a moment we all like traded clothes for like a hot second.
It's
Yeah,
also
I was
true.
wearing Hal's
True.
clothes for a bit. That was
Ada
really cool.
had her I don't know what to call him in relation to her, but oversized sweatshirt.
Her sister's not boyfriend's sweatshirt.
Yeah. Her sister's not boyfriend's oversized sweatshirt.
Situationship in law? Is that it?
Ooh, that's
Not
about as close as it's gonna
situationship.
get.
Because she's engaged, obviously.
She's
Uh-huh.
All right. Did anyone decide on something they would like to do?
Okay, so one more time, what did we see when the boat turned, when the vehicle turned?
You see, in the water, a big dark shape swimming to attack another boat.
Another boat.
Hal is going to stand ready with his spear and
Wait, do we
'cause
want
he doesn't know what to do.
do we want the are we trying to get the thing to come to us?
I feel like we don't want
I
it to.
assume we're trying to kill it.
Yeah.
We don't
trying to
have a
kill
plan.
it.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
You want me to howl at it?
What?
I'll howl at
what's
it.
the range on it? What's the range
On
on it? What's the range from us to the monster?
About 100 feet.
100 feet.
Okay. Well, then Phineas is going to start up the old mind spike. So Phineas pulls out his book and he's like, I do not drop this. Do not drop this into the water. Do not drop this into the water. He actually digs through his book and makes sure he pulls out the enduring spellbook. He's like, if it goes in the water, I'll maybe be able to get back. Maybe Sadie can get back. Don't drop it in the water. But if it does, it won't be destroyed. Don't drop it in the water. And he starts his gesture and he points in the direction of the thing and drives into it with psychic power. He's like, this probably has a mind. It's
So,
swimming.
Has a
Mind
mind.
seems reasonable.
all right. What do I need to roll? Or are you rolling for that?
Oh, I thought I was gonna be able to keep redoing this every round, but that's not gonna be the case. But I will know its location for an hour if it fails to save. So, okay. So it's gonna be 3d8 damage on a failed save. You're looking for 14 DC 14 Wisdom save.
Wisdom saving throw. Not my best. Not my best.
Which is generally good for us, right?
That's a 9!
That's a bad damage roll. That's a bad damage roll. So that's only going to be 7 damage on
Can you
3d8. So I'm a little upset.
Inspiration, one of those?
Yeah, I could. So the heroic inspiration lets me re-roll just one individual
Any
dice,
die.
right?
Yep.
Okay. So let's re-roll the 1. That's a 4. Okay, so that brings us up to
So,
10.
more. Okay.
Brings us up
Nice.
to 10 damage, and for the next hour, I always know the target's location until the spell ends, as long as we're on the same plane of existence. While you have this knowledge, the target can't become hidden from you, and if it has the invisible condition, it gains no benefit from that condition against you.
All right. I'm going to need
So
everyone
that's
to
good for a
roll
hunt.
me initiative.
Nice.
Four.
7.
Hang on one second. I forgot if does the wolf have a different initiative than I do? Yes.
Diana was 14.
Yes.
9.
All right. First up are the sailors. They are going to collectively maneuver the ship. You see one grab hold of the rudder and just kind of brace it. The other takes the wheel from Amira and just kind of braces with that, keeping it in a full turn. And then the other two run around, keeping the sails taut, just kind of hoping that their job is going to keep things going and they're not going to get eaten in the process. Diana, you're up first of your friends. You are about 100 feet away from this darkness.
100, huh?
Yeah.
It's a lot of feet away. I guess I have one option that could work and not be a waste. How about guiding bolts?
All right. Nice.
Yeah.
Look at you go.
Okay.
Are you
Let's
going to stay in the
roll this.
middle? Go towards the edge.
I will go ever so slightly, like halfway between the edge and the middle, because I'm not an idiot.
Good call.
I'm
Good call.
not going to the edge. My sister would get mad at me if I did that. So, okay, let's roll that. My computer kind of freaks out when I roll, so give me 1 second. That's that one.
Remember, you all have that ability to give each other
How's a
inspiration.
24?
A 24 is definitely going to hit. Yes.
Okay, I've realized that my computer glitches out for a second when I roll on here, so I did not hear you. What did you say?
Yes, absolutely a 24 hits this thing. You're at
Great.
level 3.
Great. I might roll on my phone because it like
I was
literally
just gonna
makes
suggest
all your
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
windows disappear for a second. So I just went out.
Oh,
That's okay. I have my character.
D&D
Yeah, like
Beyond
literally.
does some very
Great
GPU
stuff.
heavy things for dice rolling. It's
Yeah,
kind of wild
it's
that Chrome
a
even
little
lets them do it.
right?
Okay, so here. All right. Ooh. We got an
Next up
18
is Hal.
damage.
Nice.
Hey, yeah, Hal, look at the magic I can do. Be impressed.
Speaking of, what does
Hal
it
is
look
very
like when you do
impressed.
this magic? Because this is the first big spell that Diana's cast
Yeah.
for the group.
So it's literally gonna look like a shooting star. Yeah, right? So it's like kind of coming from her like moonstone necklace area and
It does this really cool kind of arc, and then like a comet kind of falls there at the end, and you watch it. It doesn't splash the water; it just phases through the surface of the water until it hits this creature, and then the creature lights up. It begins glowing beneath the waves. What was once this just shadowy figure, all right, you now see has a massive carapace, just like rings of shells, the way you see a lobster fit together. But there's no claws or anything. It appears like it's got more like shrimp feet underneath, probably a couple dozen feet paddling along. But the head is very common to what you would assume like a whale shark is. So it's just this big mouth, armor-plated back, and legs with a very simple, almost like an otter's tail or a beaver tail. It doesn't fan out like a fish. It's more of a rounded.
Hmm.
It's a roly-poly bug, okay? Just in the water. And really big.
Okay. Like a manatee's tail.
There you go. This is an armored manatee.
We're fighting
Armored
Barbara
manatee.
Manatee.
Barbara Manatee.
You can even that works as armored manatee.
Sent from down below.
And the next attack on the creature has advantage.
Hey yo. Have fun.
All right. Anything else from Diana?
I think that's it.
All right. How?
I don't know the extent of number of things she can do, but I'm assuming not many.
That's pretty much really it at this point.
Great. Amazing. Done.
Hal, you are up with America following after you. How would you like to follow the light show?
Unfortunately, Hal does not have anything that could possibly reach the armored manatee. And he's not going to jump into the water. So he's going to stay as close to Diana as he can because he assumes she knows what she's doing. So he's going to follow her lead. Except he can't do that, which was really cool and impressive and makes him feel stupid for being scared about his own powers, which he still hasn't told her about at all.
Yeah, come on, dude.
But he is going to look for a rope that's on the deck that doesn't look like it's tied to anything important so that he can tie it to his spear.
There's ropes. You can absolutely take your action to rope up your spear.
Great. He is going to rope his spear in preparation for going fishing.
Make me a sleight of hand check.
Robespierre, not rope his spear. I'm sorry.
Yes, he's going to rope spear.
I'm glad you didn't do hentai staff, because that's really where I was expecting you to go.
No, I went French Revolution.
Way better.
Teacher.
Way better.
His sleight of hand is a 16.
All right, good. That's it. You have a good knot on it that is not likely to slip.
Cool. And then he's going to just stand ready to throw his rope spear from next to Diana.
Excellent.
And then he's going to lean over. I know this isn't the best time, but I already told Ada, and in case I need to use any of it, I did want you to know I do have some magic. I'll tell you more about it later. I didn't want you to be scared if I do anything weird. But that was really cool. What you
I
did.
know you have magic.
Well, I mean, like, beyond the healing stuff. I'll tell you more later.
Okay. Right.
How?
Why is everyone acting so weird today?
Hal, make me an athletics check. Because as you turn back from Diana, you realize Amira has run at you and is attempting to pull your spear out of your hand. Or you could let it happen.
Amira is trying to pull my spear out of my hand?
Yes.
I'm going to let it happen.
All right. She grabs your spear from you, and you just watch the rope uncoil as she rushes towards the edge, leaps up into the air, and hurtles the spear at this thing and then splashes into the water.
Well, she decided to take your hard work of tying the spear and just expedite the process, I guess.
I'm glad to know that what I did was useful. I hope she knows what she's doing.
Again, why is everyone acting so weird?
It was a weird night, okay?
I don't know how you normally fight sea creatures, but I feel like going into their territory is not a good idea.
It does go
I'm
wide.
very intrigued by the words that just flashed across my screen.
What?
It's the name of her ranged attack. So I'm just using the built-in thing for what she's doing.
The
with House.
nightmare speaker?
Oh, yeah, that's her class.
Cool. I don't know anything about that, but cool.
It's a type of Yuan-Ti. Yeah. You watch as it goes wide. It goes a little further. She must have jumped higher than she thought. And then she comes up for air and grabs the rope and starts pulling herself back towards the boat. She seems to care less about your spear and is trying to get back out of the water. Yeah. And it is now the armored manatee's turn. It's now that
Every time now.
its name no longer matters.
No. It is just armored
does not.
manatee.
And you've got such a cool name for it.
Sorry.
Right? It's okay. Sensing the movement in the water, it turns from wherever it was heading and starts swimming very, very, very quickly towards your boat.
Ugh.
It is now 20 feet away from your boat, 15 feet away from Amira. And it almost can get you, but it can't this round. All right. So there it is. The armored manatee has entered the screen, has entered the chat, has entered the war zone. Ada, you are up.
All right. I'm a big wolf, yes?
You're a
and
big wolf.
I have. Wait, hang on. Which? Sorry,
Ray,
just
you
a
are after
moment
Ada.
here. So, I'm sorry. I lost everything pre-bio break to a child. So, Amira is that the harbor master?
Yes,
All right. She's in the water.
she is in the water.
Okay, and the
I'm going to put a picture in the stream chat if that helps.
probably will help me. And then the okay, and then the big monster is coming. Can I leap also into the water, but like onto the beast? The
Surfer
armored
dude
manatee?
style?
Yeah, surfer dude say whoa. And
Whoa.
and bite onto the armored manatee.
Are you trying to bite it to hurt it or bite it to grapple it?
Bite it to grapple it.
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
All right, make me you can do all of that. Let's make me a athletics check.
Okay.
DC 15.
DC 15. Oh, please don't mess with me.
Does anyone want to use
It's
their
a
friendship?
19 plus 5 for the athletics. You're welcome. She does a beautiful, flying, graceful leap in a shadow of black fur onto Barbara Manatee's back.
Barbara is now stopped in the water as the manatee is wrestling a giant dire werewolf.
Yeah.
And then
Can't
Diana goes,
swim.
No,
you,
no,
you
the
know,
wolf-
the wolf can swim.
The wolf can swim.
Diana goes, you know, I should have expected that. I didn't, but I should have.
I did not expect that at all.
Well, now I have it grappled so that you guys can have some kind of advantage.
It was quite
go for
impressive.
it.
You are
Thank
both quite impressive.
Thank you. I'm very helpful.
What a weird day.
Diana's
Ray.
just like, am I still asleep?
You are from the front of the ship, 75 feet away from the Barbara Manatee.
How does Barbara Manatee compare in size to Ada Wolf?
Bigger.
Like, significantly?
Not significantly bigger.
Okay.
Barbara could swallow you. Barbara probably could not swallow Ada.
Okay.
Chewing would be involved.
Okay. Alright. Why are you puking right now?
Because you're unmuted.
Disgusting. Disgusting beasties.
Because we
You-
talked about chewing and swallowing.
Yeah.
We made the cat sick.
Yep, gotta go for a second one. I love this.
Always two.
Yeah. This is
Like
the way of the
slices.
feline. Right. Ray is going to remember that the harbor master said that it has a shell on top, and is going to aim her longbow for like the creature's chest.
All right.
That is not going to hit with a 9,
That is not going to hit. No.
and I don't get another attack yet.
No.
Okay.
Not unless you have a special thing.
No, that is my turn.
All right. Are you staying at the front? Are you moving anywhere on the boat?
I'll move towards the back because we only know of one. So
Correct. All right. Phineas. And then we're back up to the top of the
Alrighty.
order with the sailors.
So Phineas is keeping his concentration going, make sure he knows where it is. He's just staying focused in that direction. If anyone looks confused, he's yelling out position. As he does so, he's going to start waving his hand, and in it, all of a sudden, there is what does this weapon look like? We're casting Chaos Weapon, and he summons this energy sword into his hand, and he heaves back, and can I throw it as this turn? I know I can summon it as this turn. I don't know
I think
whether...
is it a bonus action or an action?
It's a
I don't have
bonus action, so, okay. Sword of Unstable Magic, last till spell ends, it counts as a simple melee weapon with which you are proficient. So it is an action. I'm not going to use ritual. So I think I can just summon it immediately, or does it have to be done as a ritual?
No, you can do it as a spell.
Okay. Counts as a simple melee weapon. 1d6 on a hit. Is throwable. If you drop or throw it, it dissipates at the end of the turn. While the spell persists, you can use a bonus action to cause the sword to reappear in your hand. So I don't know whether... I guess I need to use this action to summon it, and I'll throw it on next turn. Okay.
Correct.
But he is prepared and he's tracking it. So
Nice. All right. This is a homebrew spell for all of you at home who have no idea what in the world he's doing. This is literal chaos magic in the palm of his hand. So as you're looking at whatever this dagger type blade weapon is, you see lightning bustle through it, and then a moment later, it's a sheet of ice that erupts into fire. So it just seems to be oscillating through a whole variety of different elements and materials, from solid to light. But never really changing form. But you see different bits flowing through his hand as it just kind of doesn't really have one contained stable element.
And the fun is that depending on what number of damage I roll, I get to pick a damage type between a bunch of them. So, yeah.
Sometimes.
Let's cast at second level for that extra damage, just as long as we're tracking.
Nice. All right. We are at the top of the order, so that means the sailors are going to be moving the ship. It starts careening around a little bit. They quickly release the sails so it stops moving so quickly. They try and hold fast. They pull away a little bit from Ada and Amira. So each of you float about 10 feet away from the ship as it rights itself. And the sailors, two of them stay where they are, and the other two equip their shields and then go over and pick up harpoons, kind of readying to fight should Amira call for them. I'm going to move those two over here to the side. Diana, you are up with Hal on deck.
How far away am I from this beastie?
Not too far. You are currently 30 feet away.
30 feet. Okay. See. This gives me a lot more options, which is good. Considering that my sister's on its back. And no one other than Phineas and I have hit it so far.
Exactly.
We're gonna go with Starry Wisp, just because I want to save my cure wounds in case somebody starts dying.
Nice.
Okay, Starry Wisp. Again, more stars. Stars like to fly from the air. Okay. That was a nat one. No stars hit.
No. Yeah, the moment you
At least I wasted the nat one on the cantrip. So.
Exactly. The moment you start to release the magic, Ada just kind of rolls the thing over, and you have to choose between shooting off into the air or shooting your sister, and you just let the magic go wide.
Should have shot my sister. You're a wolf, you can take it. All right, well.
How?
It's like so the like fireworks are like go like.
Yeah.
Well, that was impressive.
Little whirlybirds.
Hal,
All right, Mr. Hal.
Hal looks at the rope and the Amira still climbing, or I guess swimming, climbing-ish, and decides she looks like she'll be fine because Ada has the thing in its clutches. So he is going to move up ahead of Diana to the edge of the boat, and he's just going to look back and say, this is sort of what I mean. And then he is going to use, what is it called? His Radiant Sunbolt attack.
Nice.
Wasn't expecting to pull this out so early, but I don't feel like throwing a dagger into the water. So he takes up a fighting stance like he's going to punch something in front of him, and he goes through a punch motion, but instead of it just being a punch, his whole body glows and then shoots out through his arm and shoots a small ball of glowing sunlight at the beast.
Very distinctly different from Diana's little stars.
It's definitely a sun, huh? Definitely sun.
Definitely sun.
I can use inspiration.
To
I guess
roll that?
Inspiration has to be beforehand, doesn't it?
Yeah. If you
And I don't
have
have-
heroic inspiration, no. All right.
No. All right. So that was a little bit of a waste. But the good news is.
Key point.
What?
You gonna key point that?
Yes. I got confused because I think they called them. Is it called focus points
Oh.
now? I can't remember.
Point.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So clarifying question for you, Rob.
Yeah.
If I want to use it as a bonus action, because I can anytime I make an attack, I can make an unarmed strike. Can that unarmed strike also be a sunbolt attack? Okay.
Specifically here, there's language that you can do.
Right.
The
Well, that's.
flurry.
I just wanted to
Yeah.
make sure that I was clear on that before. But I am going to use a focus point anyway, and he's going to do 2 more quick punches immediately after that. Also release 2 more fiery blows.
Sunbolts.
Sunbolts. Yeah, not fire, sun. The first one is 12 to hit. He's trying really hard not to hit Ada.
It's true.
You know what? If you hit Ada, it's fine. She's a
20.
gigantic.
Does the 20
Yes,
hit?
20 will hit.
Okay, great. Yikes. That'll be 8 points of radiant damage.
Nice. It is not resistant to radiant damage in the water.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
Wow, that kind of was annoying that I missed so much, but
He was nervous.
Okay.
He was nervous.
he was nervous. He's also never done
It's
that
his
in
first
public
time.
before, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
First kiss.
It's okay that he's quick off the mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at. Aw.
Takes a little practice. It's fine.
so
We're
he
all
does
like
that
in the
real quick,
beginning.
and then he keeps his focus on the monster, but does take a quick glance back at Diana to see how she reacted.
Oh, okay. So, she's just like, her brain's like, this not the magic is not the surprising part. There's a lot of other things. Oh gosh.
Sun boy, good boy.
Sun, huh?
Fun boy.
Sun, right? That right? Okay. Let's keep doing
Anything
that.
else from Hal?
No, I think I'm good.
All right. Amira is going to use the rope and climb back up, and then she's going to start reeling in the rope, realize how long this rope is, and just hold it with one hand, pull up a harpoon, and toss it at the creature. Hopefully, hitting for once. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. It did not roll my auto crit damage. That's annoying. There. So 24 points of damage. Ada wrestles it around a little bit again, and it opens its mouth trying to bite her, and it takes a harpoon in the roof of its mouth.
Yeah.
And
Take
for a
that.
moment, it just kind of and then it just clamps down and snaps the harpoon into shards.
Nice, nice, nice.
And that is all she's going to do. And it is now Barbara Manatee's turn. Yeah, she is not happy with any of the things that's happening. So the first thing she's going to do is try and push Ada off. So this is going to be against a... Do you want to do rollies? Did we decide we like rollies for this kind of stuff? Athletics competition?
I mean, do you want me to just do an athletics check?
Athletics? Sure. All right. Athletics me versus athletics you.
Okay. Well, wait, 12.
24.
She wins. Okay,
All right.
I rolled 12, and I think it's +5, so yeah.
All right. Ada is dislodged from the armored manatee, and then the manatee is going to bristle a little bit in the water. You watch it kind of contract for a moment before the water explodes. It explodes, and rather than be in the water, it has now leapt up 30 feet into the air, and full-on Free Willy style comes crashing down onto your boat. Specifically in the middle of all the people.
Does it still have a tail in the water?
It does not.
Damn it.
Do we at least get a good look at it now?
Yes. It is what I have
I
described.
feel like I just got the best view in the house
Yeah.
as it comes
You
to
did. You
land
got
on
to
my
see this
head.
belly flop. So let's see. I'm going to need... All right, I'm gonna need Hal, Diana, Ray, Amira, and three sailors to make me dexterity saving throws.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I have heroic inspiration if this goes south.
Do you want a Friendspiration, Diana?
Probably.
Because
I
Hal's
only have a
more
plus
worried about
one.
you than himself at the moment.
Could die.
All right, so Diana can roll at advantage.
Oh my god.
I'm assuming this is in no way an attack roll, because we're doing saves.
Yeah, it's not an attack roll.
Yeah.
16.
16 passes.
Oh,
I got a 5.
5 is not going to pass.
Didn't
All right, so I need Amira and 3 sailors to make this saving throw before I do anything else. Amira fails with a 14.
Who does? Who's closer to us?
Sailor number 1 passes. Sailor number 2 fails. Sailor number 3 really fails. All right. Those of you that fail go flying back 15 feet. Amira slams into Ada's side and splashes into the water. One of the sailors goes flying off over the edge. Ray goes flying over the edge. Hal and Diana, you are both in melee with this beast.
God.
And yeah,
I
the
just
turn.
want you to know that I only passed because of Hal, so he must really like me.
It's true.
He took a
one
step
thing-
towards you to push you back and then jumped back himself.
Yeah. One thing that Hal and Diana notice is that the floor beneath them is starting to give way under the weight and power of this creature. If it were to
Sure,
do
sure,
this
sure.
again, the deck would collapse.
Sure.
So you have 1 round to kill the monster
Oh.
before you all go in
Oh.
the. Ada,
Or we
you're in the
swim.
water.
Hey, okay, I'm in the water, and I've got what's her face?
You've got
With me?
Amira right next to
Amira.
you,
Amira.
and your sister is in melee with a monster.
Great. Amira can probably swim. I want to get to my sister. I did not really think about returning onto the boat. Can I? Is Free Willy Barber Manatee's tail at least hanging, not in the water, but like over the? Can
Would
I?
you like to?
I want to bite anything that I can pull myself up.
Also use it as a ramp.
Yeah.
I'm digging it. All right, give me an athletics check just
Okay.
to see what you can kind of get purchase on as you go here.
11 plus 5 is math is
Enough.
hard for me
It
right
is
now.
enough.
Great.
It's 16.
16. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm pathetic.
You swim forward, kind of. Your claw grabs hold. The whole boat lurches a little bit. Diana steadies herself as the floorboard actually separates beneath her feet. How the railing behind you breaks off under Ada's claws as she gets another one up and pulls herself on board. And this boat is reaching its limit. But you're now also next to Barbara Manatee.
Can I bite her?
Sure.
Cool.
You have your action. Yeah.
Yeah. So, hang on. Bitey is.
You don't have pack
Oh, wait.
tactics or anything.
I
right?
also have. What?
You don't have
were you
like
just-
pack tactics.
I do.
Mm,
So,
yeah.
yeah, so
To
the wolf
drink
advantage.
more.
So I have advantage on this, and it's a +5. Wait, bite melee attack roll. Okay, attack roll +5. So the advantage is a 19 plus
Will hit.
5.
Oh yeah, we'll totally hit.
Yeah. And then it's 1d10 plus 3 piercing damage. Wait, where's my d10? There we go. 9 plus 3, 12.
Very nice.
I better.
12 damage. Well done.
Thank
This
you.
thing is almost bloodied.
Wow. Great.
Your bite just kind of gets right on that fatty neck part of this monster.
Yeah, Barbara, your fatty neck, your jowls.
All right. Next up is Ray, who is in the drink.
Do I need to make
There.
any saves to figure out how good I am at swimming?
I mean, if you can either swim canonically or you cannot swim canonically.
Oh, okay, cool.
If you would like to use the rope that is still dangling there, you're welcome to. If you just want to climb up the side or do anything else, you're welcome to do any of those things.
We determined that there was still some of the creature hanging over the side.
Not particularly. Ada just kind of pulled off parts of the boat as she scratched and climbed her way up. There's parts of a railing hanging over the side, though.
Darn it, I just wanted to hack her tail off. If we're being honest. It would just be my movement to get back onto the ship, right?
Exactly.
Alright, I'll do that.
All right. Ray climbs back up. Do you want to be in melee or keep some distance?
I would like to be in melee, please.
All right.
And I'm going to hit it aggressively with my great axe. Are you
Nice.
fucking kidding me? That was a nat one.
You aggressively hit it, and your axe just slams into the carapace, and you watch as the floorboards beneath it creak even lower.
Yeah, that tracks. My dice have it out for me tonight.
Apparently.
That's all I got.
All right, Phineas, you are up.
I'm not trying to use all of my spell slots in less than a minute,
But
but I am wondering whether it makes sense to drop concentration on Mind Spike, given that I clearly know where the thing is. Doesn't seem like a problem at the moment, and get Witch Bolt going. So I think we're gonna do that because that'll give me 2d12 damage out of the gate as opposed to 2d6, and that feels, especially if I'm feeling like we're on a, I don't know, a time crunch, as you might say. The floorboards are creaking beneath them. It's like, okay. And he starts a different gesture. It's like, you know what? The sword, he just lets it go, and it clanks to the deck and dissipates.
it makes a
Yeah.
noise. Instead of clanking, it just goes.
And now I try to find my d12. There's a d12. There's a d12. Casting at the first level. Is going to be +6 attack roll. Come on, no whammy, no whammy. 16.
Misses.
Okay. Hold on. Portents. I can use. Portents I have to use before, don't I? But I have a luck. No, that also has to go before the roll. Well, that didn't work out, did it? Well, I tried.
You tried.
You and me both.
I
The good
still
news
use
is,
the spell slot, right?
and the good news is with the new Witch Bolt, next turn you can still automatically deal damage.
That's true.
Regardless
Even
of
though I
whether
miss,
you
I
hit.
still get to do 1d12. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's automatic damage.
Yeah. Although I just dropped the sword, and to summon the sword back, I'd also have to use the bonus action. So that was maybe also not the best idea. But, what's done is done.
Done is done.
End of turn.
The sailors all, the one who went overboard is going to take her harpoon and throw it from down below. The one on the deck is going to throw from where she stands. The other two are going to release their work on the ship to grab harpoons, and so they kind of spread out throughout the ship. And I'm going to have 4 attack rolls from my ladies. 1. That's going to be a hit. 2. It's going to be a miss. 3 is also going to be a hit. 4 is going to be a miss. All right. So we got, wow, 2 max damages. Amira picked some of the best sailors, apparently, because these ladies laid into this beast from range, and they're all disarmed currently. The one sailor who's in the water then swims up to be and climbs aboard the ship.
I mean, they are Vikings, so.
They are Vikings. They know what they're doing with weapons. Diana, you are in melee.
Lord.
Al, you're on deck. Literally.
I'm in melee, and I want to hit it because, yeah.
It is looking hurt now.
It is. Okay. I am going to. I'm gonna just sacred flame it because it's like right there.
Nice.
Wait, hold on.
All right.
Do we think it's no? It's probably not immune to fire when it's outside of the water.
Sacred
Right,
Flame
okay.
is,
Sacred Flame
is
is-
a radiant, and we know that radiant works.
Great. See, I can do it too. How? Okay. Let's just do it.
It's a wisdom save for me, or a dexterity saving throw.
Dex save DC
Dex save.
13.
Let's see. Diana's radiant magic is like moons and stars.
Moons.
Hal's is the sun.
It is the sun.
All right. So you did not win. I
did not
win.
You win.
So let me give you some damage. You take 6 points of damage from my sacred
All right.
flame. Sizzle.
Nice.
The little spot
Sizzle,
turns
sizzle.
red like a little lobster. I broke the DM.
Do you have any bonus actions?
Do I? I don't know. Guys, I don't know.
I don't
Do
know if you
I?
want to spend spell slots on things, but
I mean,
Oh.
you've got like the packed weapon you could summon. Or healing.
Nobody of our
Yeah.
people is hurt.
oh, I forgot to tell everyone how much damage they took. I'm so sorry about that.
Oh yeah.
I knew I had forgotten something. Here, let me
Hal
put
and I
that out there.
bastard. Okay, that changes things.
Yeah. Did that come through?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All right.
there's 11 points of
Um,
damage.
That was 11 points to anyone who failed, 5 points to anyone who succeeded.
Okay. From us who failed is just Ray,
Correct.
but you're not on the boat yet.
Wait, did we all have to roll that? I'm
Nope.
sorry.
Nope, you
I-
weren't close.
am
I'm like,
on
I
the
didn't
boat
think I did.
now,
No.
but I'm also at 20 out of my max 26.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have 10
Yeah.
hit points for some reason.
It's what is it? Is it looking
It's looking
bloodied yet? It's looking
Yeah.
hurt. And I can do I can use the spell slot. I only have one left.
I know.
But
You only have one left.
You also have the healing light thing, which is separate
That's
from
true.
your spells.
you know, if it gets us the win, it might be worth to just. Let me see what this thing is here. YOLO. It's fine. Can I do Cloud of Daggers? For funsies.
For funsies. We will look more into that later.
I don't know. It's there.
That's an action, though.
That's what I was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said to do a spell slot. I don't know what I'm doing, friends. You're
So
making
on the
shit up as I
time
go.
on the time column, it's either 1A or 1BA. That's for the action or bonus action.
Sorry,
Let's
I didn't
see,
have
let's
your
see.
character sheet up yet.
You should, because I don't know what I'm
I should.
doing.
Yeah.
Alright, I got
Make a
you.
healing word.
What's Shadow
You could
Blade?
hex.
What's that?
It's a really cool spell. But you've already. If you want to get it out for next round, or you can save your spell slot.
I will save it for now.
Hey, welcome Raiders.
Oh,
We're being raided by
Lost
Penta.
Ark.
Hey,
My
welcome to
baby.
D&D.
it's just me not knowing what I'm doing right now. It's fine. Move along.
We're fighting
This is our
giant
first
Yes.
real combat.
Yeah.
All right. Hal, you are up, my dude.
Hydrate.
Hydrate.
Hydrate!
Oh no,
Right,
I'm
Coke
running low
counts,
now.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Hal would like to skirt around the edge of the beast, not leaving melee, just getting within 5
Yep.
feet of Diana.
Done.
And then we decided his radiant damage, that can only be done as a ranged attack, right? It cannot be a melee attack.
I believe so.
Okay. Then he's just gonna punch it. He's gonna punch it 3 times because he's gonna use another focus point. So he's just gonna
Nice.
start wailing on it.
21's gonna hit.
But that's
Ouch.
10 bludgeoning. 10 to hit, I'm assuming that misses.
Not gonna hit.
And 17 to hit.
Meats. There it is.
Nice. For another 6 points of bludgeoning damage. So he just comes out there, just rapid fire on any part that seems not super armored.
And 2 of those hits win. One of them gives the creature kind of a black eye. And yeah. Amira is going to climb up out of the water, come up behind this thing, and make a couple of attacks against it with a scimitar that she draws out. She's gonna miss. She's gonna hit. And she's gonna hit. For 11 points of damage. It is not enough to down this creature. Barely hanging on to life. All of you feel exactly what's about to happen. The deck beneath you wobbles as the creature constricts and contracts once again, and then explodes up and out. As it leaps straight up this time, as the deck flies out from under all of you, and you see the ship rend in half, and as you fall and you splash and you hit different parts of wood toppling down, the creature then comes crashing down on top of most of you. And I am going to need Hal, Diana, Ray, Amira, and Ada to make me dexterity saving throws.
Anybody got some Friendspiration they want to throw around?
You can have mine.
Yeah, somebody can have mine.
Ray, take mine.
So I have heroic inspiration, which I will use.
Oh no. That was an 8 deck save.
8 is a fail.
23.
23 will pass.
I can.
22 is going to pass. What was
If I'm
Diana?
using my heroic inspiration, can I roll at an advantage, or
You re-roll after
I re-roll after? Okay.
if it's bad.
18.
Pass.
Woo!
What was Phineas?
I don't think you said Phineas had to roll, did you?
Oh,
You
no,
did
you're
not
right.
say
Phineas didn't have to
Phineas.
roll. Yep.
Thank you.
It was Amira. She has to roll.
Me, who's been studiously doing my best to stay away from the massacre.
He's like holding his book.
You're doing
Shoot.
great as a
Don't
wizard.
get wet.
Right?
So bad.
All right. If you passed, you're going to take half damage. So that means 12 points of damage.
Oh.
If you failed, you take 25.
Oh, question. What does that mean
Yes.
for Ada if the wolf only has 22 hit points?
Fun fact: this is bludgeoning damage.
Oh!
So she's okay.
I'm immune.
So she is
Wait,
not
you're immune?
The wolf.
very far away.
That means Hal could just punch you all day and you wouldn't take it.
Yeah, no, correct.
That's
Correct.
why when I said avoiding my sister, I should have just hit my sister. She would have been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amira is dead.
Oh no!
Oh, no. That's a shame.
Oh.
Shouldn't
That's
do
actually
that.
really nice.
Amira crashes against Ada, and you see a splinter sticking into her stomach from
Ooh,
the
shit.
boat.
Oh.
You see the sailors begin to abandon ship as it's crashing and going down. Some of them starting to swim towards Amira. And Phineas, you have a few moments until you are in the water. You have not been brought into the water yet, but the boat is sinking.
Save your books.
And are
All right.
Hal and Diana and Ray are all in the water with the creature still in melee?
With the creature. It
Okay.
is
Oh,
it is bringing you down.
Is the
into
creature looking
depths.
damn near dead?
It is. And Ada, you're up.
Okay. Where's the where am I relative to the creature as I'm falling?
About 15
as
feet
I'm-
away. You got pushed pretty far back.
Great.
But you could doggy paddle over if you so choose.
It's looking pretty bad though, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay, can I just go for the jugular?
absolutely.
Fantastic.
And it's in melee with
do I
others.
and it's in melee with others, so I have advantage. Perfect. Pack tactics. Whew. Oh, how's the nat 20 do for ya? +5.
Bring it.
Bring it. Okay.
Crit damage.
7 + 3 is only 10. But
No,
Did you
roll the dice again.
oh wait,
D10 twice?
6.
16. All right. Ada rips out a large part of the creature's throat, and it seems to be floundering.
There's blood in the
Ray.
water.
There's blood in the water.
Gnarly.
Out of
this is
curiosity,
mine.
was I supposed to still have 5 temporary hit points?
No, that was days ago.
Cool.
So you have like 3 hit points right now.
Yup.
I have 4.
Yeah.
I have 17.
and you have literally this monster pushing the 3 of you down into the
Oh
depths.
no. Oh dear. So where are we?
It's Ray's turn.
Okay.
80.
Phineas will be up next.
So. Interesting. All right, I am first going to heal myself 5 HP.
Is that an action to use my own
That is
hands?
a bonus action.
Ooh, that's an upgrade.
As a bonus action, you can touch a creature.
Nice.
So I'm going to give myself those 5 back. And then So I'm underneath the creature,
Yes,
and everybody else is underneath the creature.
except for Ada. But yeah,
Okay.
It is on top.
again. Wrestling.
I don't know how this would work, but I have Nature's Wrath.
Okay.
So you can expend 1 use of Channel Divinity to conjure spectral vines around each creature of your choice within 15 feet. Each creature must succeed on a DC 12 strength saving throw or have the restrained condition for 1 minute. Is it like, I don't know how much I can control the vines.
Sure.
Could
They're
I
spectral.
grapple us and then have them pull us on top of the
They
beast?
can't move you. They restrain you.
Okay.
So they could stop the creature from going down,
Down.
hold it in
Correct.
place, so that we can swim away, but they wouldn't be able to move anything.
Okay. I am considering. What is the DC 12 strength? Yeah,
You want me to
let's
roll that?
do that. Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Strength saving throw. Nathan, do you want to portent this, or you good?
I don't have a portent that's going to help in this situation.
Okay. Well, it rolled a nat
Hell
1.
yeah.
Uh,
Hell yeah.
seaweed just kind of starts wrapping up around Ray. It brushes her cheek as it passes her, and then suddenly you watch as it kind of grapples onto this creature and suspends it. So as the three of you continue to float down just slightly, you see the creature stopped and held.
Cool. I'm gonna then start swimming up and grab either Diana or Hal, whoever's closer, and start pulling them with me.
Are you going to drop your axe to do so?
Shit, I didn't think about that. Can I grab them with one hand and hold on to my axe with the other because I'm not wielding it?
You can certainly do some of that, yeah.
Okay, let's try that.
All right. You're able to get them and kind of move about 5 feet in the water.
Good enough. That's something.
Create a little handhold daisy chain. Because my hands
Exactly.
are empty, so it's fine.
Hal's hands are empty
Right.
too.
Yeah. Phineas, you are up. You can kind of see over the edge. The plane you're standing on is now at this like awkward diagonal movement as it's rocking, it's shifting, it's sinking. But you see this explosion of green beneath the boat
Okay.
that is holding the monster in place. You cannot see
All right.
Diana, Ray, or Hal.
Okay, but I can see the monster. I can see the monster. Okay. So he's gonna lean back, try and just balance himself, and he's going to activate, and a bolt of energy goes from him to the monster. So that's going to be. Oh, that did not land flat. Come on. That's going to be 10 damage. And I've got more if you want it.
Come on, let's do
All
this.
And he's gonna reach into his bag. He's gonna pull out a dagger, and he's just like backhanding it down into there. And we're going, and he's summoning. He's like, I see it in my mind's eye. He pulls his portent. That's gonna be a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that ignores everything. And your dagger.
Sure does.
How do you want to do this? It has 1 hit point. Is our wizard going to kill it with a dagger?
That's really good because I rolled a 1, which would have been 3 damage.
At least it's not negative.
He watches it and he sees it and it goes straight through the eyeball of this thing into the brain, and just goes limp.
Wizard or
And
surgeon?
it's like I hope they can get out from under it before it sinks it. I can't help them. Rope. There's got to be a rope around here. And he's gonna start looking for a rope, but that's the end of my turn, functionally.
All right. Would anyone like to do anything else? You are out of initiative.
I just need to doggy paddle over to where my sister is.
To swim around and under the beast.
Yeah, I just need to make sure she's not sinking and dying.
Hal just sees all of the blood,
Yeah.
and he is going to, as a part of the hand chain, he's going to heal Diana.
Wow. Romantic.
I really hope
do you-
Ada is prepared for how smug Phineas is going to be about this.
Ada?
The sailors saw it. There's got to be somebody
No,
on the boat who can back this
Ada
up.
saw this. Ada
Ada
was
saw it.
on top of the beast.
No, yeah, Ada saw this, and you know what? Game respects game. That was pretty awesome. Like, yeah. Good job, wizard. You
We'll have fun with that
handle
later.
yourself.
Yes, sir.
You. Look at our wizard.
It's really
Yeah,
funny
5
finished off
points.
with a dagger too.
I know.
So good.
All right, friends. It is 15 minutes past our bedtime, so we will wrap up the post-combat in the Discord.
If you're not there, join us.
Fantastic.
Get your butts over to the Discord. We will see you next week. Have a great night, everyone.
Probably.
Probably.
Maybe.
Maybe.